I firmly believe there is a difference between advantage play and, cheating. I'm wondering if you
Yeah.
could address this because you've devoted a life to this endeavor, practiced for hours and hours at controlling the dice. Have you suffered any negative stigma for that, for controlling the dice? Have you been labeled a cheat? And if so, what do you say to that?
I have been labeled a cheat, by casinos, actually. I'm banned in about 75% of all the casinos in Las Vegas for not only blackjack, because I started off as a blackjack card counter about 40 years ago. That's really how, my whole thing started, as well as craps. And I'm banned in the whole state of Mississippi. I'm banned in the whole state of Louisiana. So, yeah, there's nothing to... You can't handle it. I look at it whenever I get banned is basically it's their baseball, it's their glove, and if they don't want me to play, then, I can't fight City Hall. But, people out there think that it's cheating. People think that blackjack card counting is cheating. In fact, TV shows, whenever they show a card counter on a show, they make it seem like the guy or the lady is a cheat. And you're not. You're not bringing an apparatus into the casino. You're using your mind, and that's totally not cheating. And in my case, with craps, I'm using a physical skill that I've practiced. And again, I'm following the rules of the game, hitting the back wall, that sort of thing. So it's not cheating, but people will consider it that way. But I just kind of laugh it off and say, no, man, I'm an advantage player, and you can beat this game too if you tried.
It's interesting about advantage play because here the casinos are with all the built-in odds. They've got the advantage. You're following the rules. You practice. You devote your entire life to this, and you start winning, and they have the right, because it's a business, to shut you out. What do you feel about all that? It's kind of an interesting relationship between these advantage players in the casino.
It is an interesting relationship. In the States, it's called the innkeeper law. And because they serve liquor and they serve it, at the tables for free, basically they can ask anybody to leave and not give any kind of reason. There's no, you can't say, well, you're going against me because of my race or my color or anything like that. They serve liquor and they can ask people to leave. And so that's what they go by. That's the reason why they can do that. Now there's a couple states in the country, in the U.S., that you can't do that to. New Jersey, for one, and that is because when they started gambling or put up casinos in New Jersey, blackjack card counters actually took it all the way to the Supreme Court. They didn't make their bylaws, the gaming regulations, according to Las Vegas, and New Jersey Supreme Court ruled that advantage play is not illegal. Interestingly enough, same thing happened in Louisiana just last year. About 2 months before I was banned from every casino, and 2 months after, before I was banned from every casino in Louisiana, they then passed the law that says that you cannot be banned in Louisiana for advantage play. The problem is that because I was banned 2 months prior, I'm still banned. So it's kind of an interesting type of thing there. But that's the reason why they can do it, and there's really nothing you can do about it, as a person like myself, unless they, start bullying you and putting their hands on you and stuff like that. But that doesn't happen anymore. In the olden days in Las Vegas, I was bullied. They could take you and throw you out. And, I've had some rough situations take place with me in Las Vegas back, 25 30 years ago, but that's not the way anymore. Usually when it happens to me, they say, hey, Dom, I'm a big fan. I'm sorry, upstairs decided your game is way too good for us. You can't play here anymore.
Yeah, that's interesting, right? Because it's like a compliment. They're saying to you, you're too good. We don't want your business.
Yeah, and I get that from my students too. Like, I wish I can get as good as you and get banned. And I say to them, look, it's not a badge of honor because you can't play there anymore. It might be a casino that's very conducive to what you do. In blackjack, good penetration on their games, good rules. In craps, tables that are real good for what I do. All of a sudden, I'm banned from that particular casino, let's say Bellagio, which I'm banned from, that has great blackjack games, great craps games. Their tables are great. I can't play there anymore. So it's not a badge of honor for me. That's a game I want to be able to play at that particular casino, versus if I was banned from. The Venetian. Well, I was banned from Venetian. Can't MGM. Let's say as an example. Although I am in their computer, but just talking about the particular casino, their tables are not as conducive. Their blackjack games are not as good. So it wouldn't bother me, if I got banned over there. So, you talk about Louisiana and you talk about Mississippi. These are great games in the South for what I do, and so that's really, really does bother me. I mean, Tunica used to be an ATM machine for me back in the old days. When I needed to pay a tuition for my daughter in Catholic school, I'd go down there for 2 or 3 days. And come back home, go to the priest, and hand him $4,000 for the whole year's tuition, and I'm done. So, those days are long gone now for me.